Hello guys, it's Sapphire Agami. I know this video is way overdue, but I still gotta post it. So this episode is Not Easy Being Green. It's Once Upon a Time 16th episode season. As you all know, the second half of the third season is all about the Wicked Witch of the West, while the first half of the season was all about Peter Pan and Neverland. So, like all reviews, talk about the opening sequence, characters past, present, and if there's any cultural references, I'll also put that into. Okay. Opening sequence consists of four gestures from the Wizard of Oz Palace fires up the series title. So starting off with the character's past, while traveling down the road, a woodcutter and his wife notice a tornado coming. After it disappears, the two see a basket and it falls to the ground, discovering a baby girl inside. As they pick it up, a tree branch is about to fall on them, but the baby makes it move out of the way, saving the couple. The woodcutter believes that there's something not right about the baby, but his wife believes that she might be special and wants to keep the child. They head for a place that is revealed to be the Emerald City of Oz. Because we see him going down the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow, follow the road, follow the yellow brick road. Fast forward to the years before the first curse, as Zelena shaves father perfectly until she gives him a bloody nick, leading him to reveal to her that she is not his daughter and is nothing but a witch. I'm like, dang, do you gotta be mean about it? Jesus. Zelena, who then lashes out at him for being a drunk, decides to go to the wizard to find out the truth about her past. Where upon her entry into the chamber, she finds a curtain that covers a shadowy wizard. He then asks her to look into a visionary portal, and she discovers her mother, Cora, abandoning Zelena because she wouldn't give her the one thing she wanted, royalty. But as she continues to watch, the wizard tells her that Cora would later groom her younger sister, Regina, for royalty, and will be later trained in sorcery by Rumpelstiltskin. Zelena is then given a pair of silver slippers by the wizard. When she clicks her heels 3 times, they will bring her to wherever she wants to go. But in return, he wants something of Rumpelstiltskin's, and then cautions Zelena that her actions will make her green with envy. She then uses it to take her to the enchanted forest and Rumpelstiltskin. Zelena feels that with Rumpelstiltskin teaching her, she now feels happy with him. Unfortunately, this would all change when he skips out on a feast that she made for him in order to continue teaching Regina, because he knows he needs Regina to make the curse that we all know from the fairy tale characters here, which is completely the entire first season. So with him wanting to continue teaching Regina, it makes her more envious than ever. This prompts her to enter Regina's bedroom to kill her with a blade, only to find out that she was tricked by Rumpelstiltskin, who was disguised as Regina. Zelena discovers that she had failed this test because the curse demands giving up the thing you love most, and that was her love for Rumpelstiltskin, who then responds, "It's okay, I have that effect on women." I'm like, really, Rumpelstiltskin? I'm like, really? Yeah, he's all that. But if you think about it, almost every person he met to, he has taught magic to. Gina, Cora. He taught Zelena some stuff. It's like, if you want to learn magic, go to Rumpelstiltskin. Like, seriously, just go to Rumpelstiltskin. Hey, Rump, I need to learn some magic. She also discovers that Rumpelstiltskin has already trained Regina to become powerful, and Zelena's throat turns green. Rumpelstiltskin then tells Zelena that unless she can take him to a land without magic, Regina has the job. Zelena says bitterly that she could have, thanks to her slippers, but tells him it's too late for that since he had already chosen Regina. Then Zelena tells Rumpelstiltskin that the only way he could get the slippers from her was to kill her, only to teleport away when he tries, saying, "You shouldn't have taught me all your tricks, and the next time you will choose me." Then Zelena uses her slippers to disappear back into Oz. I'm like, boy, I'm like, dude, the jealousy she has for her sister because Regina has what she wants, which is a family. But Regina, she doesn't want the life of royalty. She doesn't want that. I mean, if you all remember her backstory, she doesn't want that. All she wanted to do was be with her guy and leave mommy alone. Because if you notice Cora with Regina and with Anastasia in Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, Cora, I don't know what's with Cora when she thinks every girl wants to be a queen when they clearly don't, especially your daughter and this girl you've never met before. Not everybody wants to be queen because as we can see, Cora has a way of manipulating people into this lifestyle only for us to see how bitter it makes them later on in life. It's like, really, Cora? Like, dang. No wonder you became the Queen of Hearts. I mean, that and you actually do rub out people's hearts, but you know. So back in Oz, Zelena demands that the wizard help her travel back in time to stop Cora from abandoning her. But he claims that it's impossible even for him because there's 3 rules of magic. Can't bring nobody back from the dead. Can't make nobody fall in love with you, and you can't change the past. They stated that in Disney movies Aladdin. They stated that in Rumpelstiltskin stated that. I think it was either season 1 or 2, and even Once Upon a Time stated that you can't change those 3 laws of magic. Can never be changed. And we already saw what happened to Jafar when he tried to change them. He got turned into a genie. Just saying, magic comes with a price. Suspicious, she uses her powers to bring the curtain down. It turns out that the wizard is none other than Walsh, who happens to be Emma's boyfriend and ex-fiance. So she was dating the Oz. Wow. Like, what? Like, wow. He's a circus barker from Kansas. Walsh says he does not have magic, but he collects it. Zelena decides that she has no use for him, but what she could use is a trained circus animal. After seeing a flying monkey poster, she drags Walsh and transforms him into one to do her bidding. Zelena then uses the magic viewer in the floor to watch Rumpelstiltskin train Regina, even as she turns green with envy and wicked as ever, vowing that by the time she was done, Regina would have never been born. Now I like this total twist on the phrase green with envy, because if she literally, the more she became envious of Regina, literally her skin turned green. I mean, I'm like, that's one way to literally turn green with envy. I'm like, I love the twist on the phrase green with envy. Because I was always wondering, why was she green? Because in the original Wizard of Oz, she's already green. We don't know why she's green. We just know she's green. She's wicked, and she doesn't like water because it killed her. In Disney's Oz, Very Powerful, she turns green because her sister pretty much tricks her into biting the apple, which turns her green, but she became wicked because of what Oz has done to her. Oz, throughout that movie, as we've seen him with every female, except for the blonde chick who ends up being Annie M, who ends up going to be, auntie to Dorothy, will let her, we're going to, our story. She becomes wicked because of what he did to her. He has this, I mean, it's a typical way of, guy, he sweet talks some stuff and he always gives them a box. But obviously they're not special to him because he does it to every girl. So once she finds that out, that's what makes her wicked. Is her hatred for this guy, which I think they could have come up with something better for a woman to be, wicked. Because literally she became wicked because of Oz's flirtation and manipulation of her feelings. I'm like, okay. But I guess you could say some women do become wicked after they've been hurt by a guy, And then they go into the next relationship with the baggage and they become literally the Wicked Witch of the West. And then you got to talk about, oh my God, she's such a bitch. Blah, 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 blah. You got the whole situation. Anyway. So pretty much what Zelena's plan is to form a curse which will take her back in time to when her mother tried to abandon her, and she will make sure Regina's never been born. So I'm like, oh Jesus! But they still didn't answer the question: who is Cora? Who is her daddy? Now I've seen some people tweet and stuff, and comments like maybe it's Rumpelstiltskin. I mean it could be. Who knows? I mean, Cora, we did see Cora and Rumpelstiltskin have like a little thing for a minute, so they could have, did the do and had a little girl, and Cora just didn't tell Rumpelstiltskin, which would be kind of cool, because then Bayfire would have had a sister, but then would make it worse, because then Regina would literally be related to Rumpelstiltskin, because that would technically be like her stepdaddy, because Bay would be her half brother. Okay, that's wait, that's too much to think. Woo, too much. Anyway, in Storybrooke is at Neil/Bayfire's funeral. Everyone takes turn at burying his casket, while back at the farm, Zelena talks Gold about losing his son. Later on at Granny's, Emma makes bull's eyes and scores perfectly while playing darts, which Hook suspects is her way to exact revenge on Zelena. Hook then tells Emma that he wants to spend more time with Henry as a way to make up for Neil's loss, and Emma lets Henry go with him. Meanwhile, Tinkerbell noticed the crest on Robin Hood's arm and asks Regina about it, and Regina tells her yes, but when Robin comes over to talk to Regina, changes the subject. Unfortunately, this gathering at Granny's is interrupted by Zelena, who bursts into the place to come face to face with Regina. She tells her that they are half sisters and that Cora is their mother, then challenges her to a duel that night with no interference whatsoever. Regina agrees to the challenge, saying that this isn't the Wild West, and then Zelina goes, while countering, no, dear, it's the Wicked West. I was like, ooh, better go down. I don't know what. I'm like, ooh, the evil versus wicked. Who will win? Da-da-da. So later, Regina goes to her vault to find a letter from Cora that Zelina was telling the truth. She is later tracked down by Robin, who, after pickpocketing the letter from her jacket, lets him read it. Now I was like, ooh, because Regina ain't let nobody else read it, but Robin Hood, secret love. Oh, sorry. Okay. Regina learned that the letter about Rumpelstiltskin praising Cora's firstborn was about Zelina and not her. Also, Regina tells Robin Hood that if Rumpelstiltskin, the one who taught her everything she knew about magic, thinks Zelina is more powerful than Regina and Cora, she would have no chance of winning that fight. Because as we've seen, Regina had to learn her magic. Regina wasn't born magical. Zelina was born magical. Like, we saw her as a baby literally save her adopted parents from a branch killing them to death. So, Zelina obviously is a little bit more powerful than Regina, because she was born that way, baby. So since she's knows that this woman, there's no way she would pretty much win this fight, because they was taught by the same leader. So every trick she knows, Zelina's gonna know. So meanwhile, as Mary, Margaret, Emma, David, Tinkerbell, and Belle discusses how to stop Zelina, Belle thinks she can get through the goal without using his dagger. As a result, they head to the farmhouse, and as Belle runs down to the cellar to free Gold, Zelina appears from the background, and Belle runs back upstairs with Gold, warning the others that Zelina wants them to know that if they interfere, he will kill them. I'm like, really, Zelina? You gonna force Gold to kill his love? Oh, oh! After all the struggles they've been through, I'm rooting for Rumple Belle. Come on, Belle, you can do it. You can save Rumple. True love breaks every curse. Yes, it can. So, and while that was happening, Hook takes Henry down to the docks, looking at the sky with Hook's sextant, which Henry goes kind of like GPS, and Hook's face is like, "What the hell is a GPS?" So I love the fact, because Hook is from that time frame before GPS, before all the stuff. When you had to navigate the boat, you looked at the stars. You ain't had no GPS. You ain't had no whatever they have on boats nowadays. You learned on your own. You looked at the stars. You had your sextant. You learned how to calculate stuff on a map. You learned how to read the winds and the tides, and you learned. Okay, you didn't have no technology like turn left on such boulevard. You didn't have all that. But when Harry then gets suspicious about Hook after saying that he taught Neil when he was a boy, when they were all the same age, and demands the truth, because he's like, wait a minute, how can you teach my daddy when he was a boy when you and Neil were pretty much the same age? So like Henry is getting suspicious when you think Himmel would just tell the boy, look, your grandparents are Rumpelstiltskin, Snow White, and Prince Charming. Your stepmama is the evil queen of the story. This is Captain Hook from Peter Pan. Oh, your great grandfather is Peter Pan, and he tried to kill you. Don't worry. We also have Red Riding Hood, Tinkerbell, Granny, dwarves. The dude that created Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein. We also got Pongo, Jiminy Cricket, Pinocchio. Tiana and Rapunzel around here somewhere. I mean, just saying. Also, I've met Mulan and or Sleeping Beauty. Oh, and the Little Mermaid. Can't forget her. You got to have the official Disney princesses. Oh, don't worry, but don't forget Cinderella. Oh crap, they do have almost a Disney princess line. We met Snow White. We met Sleeping Beauty. We met Mulan. We met Sleeping Beauty, Mulan, Cinderella. All we need, and Rapunzel. Oh snap! All we gotta do now is meet Pocahontas, Tiana, Elsa, and Anna. Crap. I'm pretty sure I'm missing Jasmine. I think that's everybody. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Oh, Merida. You gotta have Merida. You gotta have the Scottish girl. Yay. Anyway, back to the story at hand. So, he gets suspicious and he demands truth. Hook then tells Emma that he is trying to protect him, saying that Neil had just lost his father when he met him, and Henry has more in common with him than he realizes. Later that night at Main Street, everyone gathers to see the fight between the sisters. Zelina shows up first and means business and uses gold to kill anyone after 5 minutes. I'm like, dang, girl. And you just see gold just looks all defeated. I'm like, no, you are the dark one. You are stronger than this, Rumple. Come on. I'm like, look at gold undefeated, knowing that you're going to use gold to kill Belle. I'm like, oh, Zelina, you are so wicked. So then, she, pretty much I'm gonna use gold to vow and stop anyone from interfering, and proves it after Emma steps in by throwing her into her parents. Regina then finally steps in to start the battle, but not before slapping her older sister over the mother. I'm like, ooh. Zelina then responds by throwing her sister into a car, followed by Regina conjuring up a fireball, which Zelina extinguishes quickly. Zelina then throws Regina into the clock tower, and as Zelina flies up to take the one thing that she needs from Regina, the evil queen herself knew what it was all along, telling Zelina, "Our mother taught me one thing: never bring your heart to a witch fight. Something you know if she hadn't abandoned you." I'm like, ooh, ooh, that was cold. That was cold. Ooh, that's all like, ooh, that was cold. If our mother hadn't abandoned, and the look on Regina's face when she said, I was like, oh no, she did. Like if you had, if this situation was weird, that's how you would have been like, oh no, she didn't say that. Yes, she did. That's how you would have been. It turns out that Regina gave her heart to Robin Hood back in the forest for safekeeping prior to the battle. I'm like, she gave him her heart, literally. I'm like that. The fact that, oh my god, it's just too much. Outlaw Queen. You gotta love the shipping. A furious Zelina tells Regina that she will find her heart and also vows to destroy her before flying off on a broom. You know, as with she got off a broom. As everyone races to check on Regina, Regina believes that if Zelina has David's courage, if I only and it is after Regina's heart, Zelina might be planning something. And as it turns out, Zelina is indeed planning something that would change the course of everyone involved, telling Gold back in his cave that what she isn't planning is a curse but a second chance. So, she has David's courage, which we all know in the original Wizard of Oz, courage was given to the Cowardly Lion. She needs Regina's heart of the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man, and she already has Rumpelstiltskin, which would be the brain, which would be like the Scarecrow, whatchamacallit. So that's what she needs. She just needs Regina heart. Once she gets Regina heart, she has everything she needs to get this curse. So I like the way they incorporated the whole courage, heart, brain thing from Wizard of Oz into this, using it that she needs it from these characters to create the curse. I love the way they incorporate it. It's awesome. And as for our cultural references of this episode, the episode title is a reference on Being Green, a 1970 song made famous by Kermit the Frog, who was created and voiced by Jim Henson, whose Muppets properties are part of the Walt Disney Company. Ironically, the studio also produced a 2005 made-for-TV movie based around the Wizard of Oz theme featuring the Muppets, aptly titled The Muppets Wizard of Oz. I think Ashanti was in it too, as Dorothy. The wizard's figure bore a resemblance to James Franco's character from Oz the Great and Powerful. He kind of did though. I'm like, look at him. Oh, look at him. The silver slippers Zelina wore in the episode are described as the same one featured in the Wizard of Oz book. Now, I never read the Wizard of Oz books. My only knowledge of Wizard of Oz is what I've seen in the original Wizard of Oz and Oz the Great and Powerful. That's as far as my knowledge goes in the Wizard of Oz. Anyway, this episode was pretty good. We got more background story on, Zelina and how she became green. And Rebecca Matter is the Wicked Witch of the West. Beautiful, brilliant girl, brilliant. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and tell me what's your favorite scene or quote from the episode It's Not Easy Being Green, and what you think would happen if Zelina does enact the curse. Will she be able to change time, or do you think she might suffer a grave consequence because she's literally trying to change the past? And how will that literally affect everybody else if she prevents Regina from being born? Then, if you think about it, if she prevents Regina from being born, then Snow White would have never run off. If Snow White never run off, she would have never met David. And if she never met David, then Emma wouldn't be born. If Emma wouldn't be born, there would be no Henry. Crap. And if Regina were born, there would be no reason for her to meet Tinkerbell or everybody else that she met. I'm trying to figure out how this would affect Rumpelstiltskin. Trying to think. Anyway, I'm gonna think about it. Anyway, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.